When the guys are fighting for their lives on this island, they're going to be overwhelmed with the amount of things that they have to do. The best thing to remember is the rule of threes. And the first one is take 3 seconds before doing any action, just to think about it. I think in modern day environments, these guys, they're fine. You take them out of that environment and you put them into an alien environment like this desert island here, and suddenly every little task is new to them and potentially dangerous.
3 knives, 3 machetes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wow.
For these guys, using a machete, you know, cutting down small trees, clearing a path, whatever, if they're not thinking through each action, there's a good chance you go through a branch, it goes through much quicker than you think, and the next thing is all that momentum ends up in your leg.
Whoa! That was a close one.
Now, best case scenario is you maybe cut your trousers. Worst case scenario is you go through your femoral artery and you bleed out in 5 minutes.
Almost had my kneecap then. Day 1.
The second rule of threes is you've got 3 hours in which to find shelter.
To be honest, this could be not a bad place. It's better than the mangrove swamp. There won't be any crocodiles up here. We're away from mosquitoes a little bit.
Now, I'm sure the guys have spent weeks thinking about sitting back on a nice sunny sandy beach, relaxing, whereas the reality is during the midday sun, the last place they want to be is out here. In there in the shade is where the sensible survival will be. So this is the sort of place that they'd want to make camp. Nice and flat, loads of building materials here to make shelters and beds. You're close to the sea to fish, and it feels quite homely. It's the little things that make all the difference. The next rule of threes is that you can only survive 3 days at a maximum without water. In this environment, with these daily temperatures and the tropical sun beating down on you, you've probably got less. You've probably got about 2 days before you're incapacitated and you can't really do anything to help yourself. And then probably on the 3rd day, you would die. So they're going to have to really look at the environment and sensibly decide how to look for that water.
Oh, what we got here, guys?
Yes!
Not quite heavy, Anne.
So once you've found the water, you need to go through 2 other stages. The first one is to filter it, and that's to get rid of all that suspended matter and all that bacteria. Once it's filtered, it still won't be safe to drink. You then need to go on to the next stage, which is purifying it. And for the guys on the island, the only source of purification they'll have will be fire.
Look at that. Gentlemen, we have water.
So 3 weeks without food, that often surprises people. So many people think the biggest problem if they were dumped on Des Island would be food. Now, fair enough, after week 2 you'd probably have no energy to be able to go out and hunt or do anything constructive, but your body can survive that long just on the reserves that it has.
I think I'm hallucinating, I'm so hungry.
And that's it, you break it down into chunks. If you try and look at the whole picture, especially on day 1, 2 or 3, you're in for a really rough ride.